Hey friends, welcome back to Become Better. This is my second video on this channel, and today I'm going to talk all about how some people come into your lives at certain points and then they end up leaving. And some people will come into your life and they'll be really special, and then they'll just end up sort of drifting apart or moving away or not being a part of your life anymore, and it's really sad. But I think some people come in your life for a season and some people stay forever in your life. And if you're watching this video right now and you've met someone who's really special to you and they've ended up leaving your life, you've just got to think to yourself that they weren't meant to stay. If something's meant to be in your life, it will be, and if something's not meant to be in your life, it won't be. And if you're listening to this video right now and you're upset or you're disappointed that someone's left your life and they're really special to you, just know that they weren't meant to stay. If something's meant to be in your life, it will be. And it's so hard sometimes to say goodbye to things that were special to us or that meant a lot to us. But I think at the end of the day, if something leaves your life, it really wasn't meant to be. And it is a shame and it's sad and sometimes it really hurts. Sometimes you meet a stranger and then they become really important to you and they become a big part of your life and then they end up drifting away. It doesn't really mean anything, it just means that you were meant to cross at that specific time, and some people in your life you cross and then you part ways again, and some people you cross and then you stay together to the end. And it's just sort of life's way of making you meet people at certain times when you really need them, and then after you don't need them anymore, they end up drifting away. And it's not because, sometimes it's not even because you've done anything wrong or they've done anything wrong. Sometimes in life it's literally just, it wasn't meant to be. And if something's truly not meant to be, it just won't be. And you can try all you like to try and save. If it's like a relationship or a friendship, you can try as much as you can to save that relationship, to save that friendship, to save that connection. But at the end of the day, if it really doesn't, if it's not meant to be, as much as you try to save it, as much as you try to do to fix it, it just won't end up being anything, really. And it is sad to say goodbye. And if you're going through something right now and you have to say goodbye to it, whether that's a job or a family member passing or a friend leaving, just know that if it's truly meant to be, it will end up coming back to you. And saying goodbye, it's sad because you have to say goodbye to so many things in life, but at the end of the day, if it, like I've said, if it's not meant to be, it just won't be, regardless of what you try to do. Some things in life we have control over, and a lot of things in life we don't really have control over. A lot of things in life things just sort of happen, and sometimes there's not even an explanation for it or a meaning to it. It just, it happens, and sometimes we just can't control everything that happens in our life. Some things we can control, some things we can't control, but if you can't control something, you don't need to worry about it, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't, at the end of the day, if you can't control something, you shouldn't really worry about it, because what's meant to be will find its way to you, regardless. And in my life, I've had to leave specific jobs that I've loved, and specific people that I've loved as well. And it hurts when you leave them, because they meant so much to you. But at the end of the day, if it's not the right thing to do for them to stay, or that job to stay, you have to say goodbye to it, regardless of how much it means to you. And I've come to the realisation that, if something's not, if you make a decision and it's not the right decision, and your gut is saying it's not the right thing to do, then you should walk away. And it hurts when you walk away from something that really means something to you, that really means something really special to you. But at the end of the day, this title of this video is, if something's meant to be, it will find you. And it is true, because, I don't think, if you're watching this video, you really don't need to worry about too much. If something's meant to be, it will be. And in everything in your life, if something's meant to happen, it will happen. And if something's meant to be, it will be. And so sometimes life just happens naturally, you know. I think you should let life happen naturally, because, you know, if you try to force things, normally it's not meant to be. If you try to force something, life should sort of happen naturally. And sometimes you meet people and they're only meant to be in your life for that certain specific time. And then once you've like completed that mission with that job or with that person, then you part ways. And sometimes it's not to do with the other person or anything to do with anything. Sometimes it's just you start a new job, you complete your purpose in that job, and then after you've completed your purpose, you no longer need to be there anymore. So then that's why you drift away. And it's the same thing with friendships. Sometimes you meet someone, you complete the purpose of why you met, and then after you complete the purpose, you drift away from each other. And sometimes it's not anything to do with you or anything to do with them, it's just you've completed your mission and then you part ways again. Because at the end of the day, if you completed your mission, you don't, you know, that's it, it's complete. You no longer need to be there anymore because the mission has been completed. Like, you've done what you've accomplished to do, you've done what you wanted to do in that friendship or in that relationship. And sometimes you might get into a relationship and you might think, oh, I want to be with this person forever, and then it may not work out the way you wanted it to. And sometimes that's nothing to do with them or you, it's just simply, it just wasn't meant to be. And whatever's meant to be will find its way back to you, and if you're truly meant to be together, you will end up finding your way back to each other. And if it's not meant to be, it won't. And sometimes you go through certain relationships at certain times, and if you and sometimes you will go through like a certain relationship at some sort of point in your life, and after you've been through that relationship at that time and it doesn't work out, maybe it was only meant to work out at that time, and it wasn't meant to work out in the long run. Maybe it was only there to serve a purpose for that 1 year that you spent together, or that 2 years that you spent together, and it wasn't meant to be forever. And sometimes you meet people and they teach you something, and even though they don't stay, which is really sad, and you want them to stay, but sometimes they just don't, you know, you can learn a lot from that experience, and even though if they don't stay, you can still have that experience for the rest of your life, and you can carry it and hold it, and maybe you might share that experience with someone else who you might meet along your journey of your lifetime. I think, like, not everyone you meet for a reason, but I think a lot of people, you can normally tell if you've met someone for a reason or not. Some people will come into your lives and they drift apart, and some people come into your lives and stay in your lives. And I think that's the beauty of life, is that you can meet so many different people in this world. And you can choose who you want to keep or not. But then sometimes in life we can't choose, sometimes we just end up drifting away naturally. And I think that's the beauty of life. And I think if something's truly meant to be, it will be. Because I've had so many experiences in my life where I have, I've interacted with certain people and I've thought this is truly meant to be. And with other people I've interacted with, it hasn't gone so well, and I think that's just the beauty of life. Like, some people you will connect with really well and other people you won't connect with so well, and that's just the human experience. And I think you connect with similar people, you have like interests with and hobbies with and things like that. But yeah, if something's truly meant to be, it will end up coming back to you, and if it's not meant to be, it won't end up coming back to you. And if you've lost someone in your life right now who was really special to you, I know how hard it is to overcome that and to heal from that and grow from that, but I wish you all the best if you're going through a situation like this, and just know that you'll come out on the other end just fine, like, life will still go on regardless of who you meet, who you lose, who you gain, who you don't gain. And yeah, just know if it's meant to be, it will come back to you, and if it's not meant to be, it won't come back to you. And yeah, so if it's meant to be, it will be. If something's meant to be, it will be. If something's not meant to be, it won't be. And you don't need to stress or overthink too much. just take life at your own pace, don't rush things, and if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. And I think the message that I would like you to take away from this video is always do the right thing. Always do the right thing in life. Even if that ends up hurting someone or letting someone go who you feel is really special to you, if it's not the right thing to do, then you should leave. And always do the right thing. And that's where we're going to end this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment below thinking what your thoughts are. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video.